It's the closest I have to a sunflower or whatever the hell these are. Sunflowers? Yeah. Sunflowers, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, hello there, CriterioNate here. Oh dear. Number 420, Agnes Varda's Le Bonheur. 1964 80 minutes color noir French. Alright, I don't know. I wasn't feeling this one. It's not a bad movie. It's not a not a horrible movie, but it's a little fucked up. I gotta say, I'm in that pool of people that didn't get it, that don't get it, and don't care to get it. I don't care. It's one of those movies. It's like Salo. I know there's something to Salo, but I don't care. There's something to Hiroshima Mon Amour, but I don't care. Same thing with Le Bonheur. The one thing I will say about this movie that it's got going for it is that it's pretty. It's very, very pretty looking. The color. Apparently, the original, when they remastered it, the color negative had faded. That they made back in the 60s had faded, so they had to create or remaster the color negative or something, and so it looks, it's all kind of bright and all that. Or I think they might have done it like it faded after production or something, so that's why the original thing, I forget what the main story was about the color negative, but I think that's the best thing this movie has going for it is it looks good. Storyline, not so much. So basically, let me pull up the characters because I can't remember the names of half these people except for Emily, whatever her name is. Let me see here. No, I don't want to see Sandra Bonnet. Here we go. Francois, played by Jean-Claude Drouleau, is married to Therese, which is played by Claire Drouleau, his real life wife, and their kids. Guizou and Perrault, Sandrine and Oliver, who they're real kids. So that's actually another neat little bit, is that Agnes Varda actually got Jean-Claude's real wife and kids to be in the movie with them, So anyway, Jean-Claude, he lives with them and he seems very happy, and the movie's, obviously the movie's called Happiness, and so the main theme is happiness and what happiness is to certain people. And so anyway, Francois, works as a carpenter for his uncle, I think, and he lives with his kids and everything seems cool. And one day he has to take a business trip, and he's at a postal office and he meets this woman, Emily, and he starts to kind of fall for her, and they end up. She falls for him, and he ends up having an affair with her. And he somehow, and he just lives this double life, Meanwhile, trying to, and the idea is it's supposed to be okay because he's basically exploring all the happiness he can achieve, And so eventually it comes to the point where he ends up telling his wife. And his wife, is like, well, that's fine, you are attempting, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters, And I think that's what she initially tells him. However, a little while later, is revealed that she ends up drowning to death. It's not revealed whether or not she killed herself or she, accidentally fell into the ocean, the river. But yeah, she ends up dying, and and Francois is very sad. He ends up, going, he's not like, he ends up, telling Emily, and she's sad too, and so there's a brief moment where they part. But that's the problem. It's brief. No sooner does he he does has a funeral for her, and there's a dinner and all that, and then before you know it, he's back with her, back with Emily. And he ends up proposing to her, and they get married, and she ends up becoming the mother to his children, and that's how the movie ends. He's able to replace his wife with, the happiness he found in her. So, yeah, that's the movie. Now, you can't show this movie today and expect people to be like, expect a lot, especially a lot of millennials, to be, you know, like shocked by this because of, you know, the increasing rise of polyamory. You know, nowadays you can have sex with anybody you want. You know, you can love everybody, and everybody will just be okay with it. You know, it's like there's no such thing as cheating anymore, and I don't know. I'm not a fan. You know, I've been in relationships. Well, I was just recently in a relationship with someone who was polyamorous, and I accepted it, but on the grounds that she knew that I wouldn't be, you know, seeing anyone else, because I am a, you know, I cannot, you know, I can't see any. I would never cheat on, you know, somebody, you know. So that kind of stuff just doesn't make me feel good, you know. And so, yeah, I think Francois is an asshole, basically. You know, yeah, Emily's pretty, but shit, it's your fucking wife. Your mother of your children died. You know, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe, you know, maybe like a few years later, you know, but there's like, give it time. Shit, man, you know. Like, it's like, I don't think it's really, I don't know if it's really explained how long he actually waits until he gets back together with Emily. But the fact of the matter is, it's not long enough. Your wife dies, shit, you know. Anyway, I'm going into a place where I did not want to go. I did not want to go there. I want to stay focused on the movie. But again, it's such a hot button topic, you know. It's such a controversial subject, you know. This idea of happiness and how, you know, we should be pursuing all of our happiness regardless of how another person may feel, you know. Another person, like how other people shouldn't get in the way of our happiness, you know. And sometimes, you know, I think, you know, it's sometimes true and sometimes that shouldn't be, you know. I feel like there are cases where that does not work, personally. So that's all I can say. I think, you know, Varda has, you know, has raised some questions that I can easily just answer like that because I'm a pretty straightforward person and all that good stuff. So because of that, I don't agree with this movie. I don't think it's a very... I don't feel like ever watching this movie again. I feel like I've got this movie. I think there are a lot of issues with... I don't think there's any issues with the production. I don't think there's any issues with the actors or anything like that. Again, it looks beautiful. And that way I'm not giving it... I can't give it a low rating, but I am going to give this a C+. Again, I don't agree with Francois' decision. I don't agree with the cheating. I don't agree with the idea that, you know, it's okay to cheat, you know, because I think cheating exists, you know. So there you are. That's all I have to say. And yeah, so C+. It looks beautiful, but it's not. I think Le Point Court is Varda's masterpiece, if she has a masterpiece. Although, again, I need to see Cleo from 5 to 7 again, which we will see again tomorrow, by hook or by crook. Tomorrow, supplements. Oh, God, there's a lot of supplements on this, but there are a lot of short supplements. There's a piece called The Two Women of Le Bonheur, which features Agnes Varda's daughter bringing together Claire Drouot, who played Therese, and Marie-France Boyer, there, who played Emily, and they talk about their roles and the movie. And then there's this 15-minute discussion with these 4 intellectuals called Thoughts on Le Bonheur. These 4 people talking about happiness and the different scenes in the movie. I'm like, oh god. I'm just glad they were French and they didn't speak English, because oh god, they would just be bringing up all this other stupid shit. There's a piece about that Varda did for the DVD where she interviewed a bunch of people, asking them what happiness is to them. And then there's another short piece about she interviews these two people who were nicknamed Happiness or Sadness or something like that. And it features all these quotes from different authors about happiness. There's also a featurette called Jean-Claude Drouot Returns, and it features Jean-Claude visiting the town where they filmed Le Bonheur, and he meets with the people. Townspeople remember him, and he talks to them and all that. And the townspeople talk about their memories, seeing Varda film the movie. And there's also a segment from a 1964 television program in France, Demont et Merville du Cinéma, which is shows Varda talking about Le Bonheur and filming it and all that. There's also an interview. There's a really short interview, 3-minute interview with Varda from '98 about Le Bonheur. She's with this German boy who's translating for her. And then there's a 25-minute short film that Varda did back in 1958 called Du Côté de la Côte. Du Côté de la Côte. I guess like Around the Bend or something like that, Around the Pier or something. It's about this tourist destination, Côte d'Azur, and it just features I guess it was compared to Eden or something. It was originally called Eden, and she explores the different the crowds, the different kinds of tourists, how they all are different, and yeah, it's an interesting movie. It's an interesting short film. Again, it's very pretty. It's very pretty, like Le Bonheur is. I think as far as her color schemes, she has some amazing color schemes, and just the way her movies look are fantastic. I will give her that. But yeah, so that's all I got, and of course the trailer. Le Bonheur C+. I wouldn't. I don't know, unless you're into that kind of thing. I wouldn't. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be rewatching Cleo from 5 to 7 by hook or by crook. And then Wednesday we probably won't have a review because I don't think I'll have time to do Pierre Le Fou before work, because I think it's a 2-disc set and I don't have time to do the movie and supplements. So we'll probably just save it for Thursday. So Wednesday will be an off day. Thursday we'll get back to it, and then Friday. Oh god, Friday we will probably get started on. Yeah, Friday we will probably get started on The Last Emperor. Now, I still don't know how I'm going to do it. I may end up doing end up doing the movie. Both movies, both the theatrical movie and the televised version, in one night, and then doing the supplements in another night. It depends on how many supplements. I guess there's 2 discs of supplements, so that means that there's a hell of a lot of stuff on there. So yeah. And then on Thursday, we will also be doing a Barnes & Noble sale. As you know, we're on the last few days of the Barnes & Noble sale, and I don't have anything else ordered. I'm probably just going to go on Thursday. I get paid on Thursday, and I'm going to go and pick up maybe 1 or 2 more. I can't really, again, I haven't been able to afford a lot this month because I've just got a lot on my plate, but I got a couple, and I'll make a little showcase video. I think I've shown off some of them in the previous reviews, but I'll do a couple. I'll do just one big wrap-up, and you guys can tell me what you bought, too. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't cheat on your wife. And don't marry, and yeah, just don't cheat on your wife, What's this, the sanctity, and respect the sanctity of marriage, okay? Just do it. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but, just... Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow for Cleo from 5 to 7. And until then, goodbye.